everyone, welcome back to, I guess it's a series review for Doki Doki PreCure, which ended very recently. And I decided, might as well just wrap up the series and talk about it as a whole. And to wrap up, I guess would be, it's 49 episodes long, so this is kind of a longer PreCure than most. Most usually are around like 40, 48. So I guess they added maybe 2 extra episodes or 1 episode. But anyway, the last time I talked about this, we had Regina introduced. She's kind of like a villain in the series, and I kind of liked her. She was an interesting character. She brought a lot to the series, and she kind of kept you guessing that is she going to become a PreCure? Is she going to become, friends with everyone? And they kind of do answer those questions with some of these later episodes, but when we last left off with her, she was basically she was introduced and kind of hanging out with Mana. And Mana kind of like takes her under her wing and tries to be friends with her. To everyone else, Cure Sword or Makoto doesn't really like that idea all too well, so they kind of butt heads for a few episodes. And eventually, I guess Mana kind of convinces the other girls that, Regina's not all bad, she's just misunderstood. Kind of the typical thing about most bad guys. And with her introduction, it was kind of fun. But then we got Cure Ace, which is, I guess her other name is Agri. She's kind of a weird character. And with her introduction, she's more of like the teacher role. She is brought in to, I guess, motivate the girls to get new powers and everything. And when she first is introduced, she fights Regina and they have this battle. And she tries to purify Regina and it kind of backfires. Creating, I guess, Regina, making her dad take over and giving her power, and she becomes evil again. And she's more determined to just do whatever she can to stop the PreCure. And Ace, like I said, she's the teacher, and she's kind of bossy, even in her everyday form. She's just this little kid who's just really bossy, and she just likes to be given orders and everything. And through her introduction, she does teach the girls to, I guess, overcome certain obstacles, and each of them gain a power-up. And then we are introduced later on to these, I guess, legendary items, like a crown, a mirror, and I guess a weapon, like a lance. And Regina gets the lance somehow, and she's able to use it. And that's kind of a mystery of maybe the second half of the series, like, who is Regina and Ace, and who are these two girls, and what's the deal with them. And while that happened, we do learn eventually that, the spoilers for anyone who's not really watching or watched the series, Regina and Ace are technically siblings, and that does sound kind of weird, since Regina is the daughter of the King Selfish, who's the evil main boss of the series, and Ace being his PreCure, who's the good guy. I guess we learned that the princess, when she was attacked, they try to turn her into a Selfish by using her heart, and I guess the princess has a little bit of selfishness in her and a little bit of everything. Her heart, I guess, is divided in half, which creates Regina and Ace, and so technically they're siblings, and they're even the baby that's following them, the main girls around, is technically part of the queen or the princess. And it's kind of neat seeing that come near the end, like the last, I think, 3 episodes. We start learning the past of these characters, and we learn that in the past the king, his daughter, was going through something. She was dying, and the only way to save her was to use the crown that he would gives you all knowledge of the world, and he could basically create a I guess, way to save his daughter. And in doing so, he releases this demon or this spirit, and it turns everyone selfish and basically starts the whole reason why the PreCures are brought through the series, in this one anyway. But yeah, it was kind of neat seeing that. And at the end, we had I guess King Selfish he does become a good guy at the end, but one of his followers, I forget his name, but he basically uses the power and turns into the new King Selfish. And it was kind of neat watching Mana in this angel form just beat this guy up. It was really cool. The animation was just really neat to watch. And like typical fashion, they do save the day and through the power of love and all that. I mean, that's what PreCure is about in the end. But most of them, and we just learned that at the final episode, we do see a hint towards, hey, there might be more, but I know they won't do any more. That we get to see the girls going through everyday life, and most of them I guess people in the world know who their identities are. They do reveal that everyone knows that they're the PreCure of that, I guess, universe. And we even see, I guess, Regina. I guess she goes. I thought I saw her going to school with them, but yeah, I think she does actually at the end. So we do get this little hint that hey, they could do a season 2 one day, but that really doesn't happen with PreCure. So that's kind of sad about that. But for the overall review of this series, I would say Doki Doki PreCure is kind of, it's not the greatest show or greatest PreCure of the series. It's just kind of, I guess it has more story than anything. While like the previous season of Smile had more comedic moments and off the wall episodes, Doki Doki has more of a serious story going through it. More about friendship and love, and I guess where you belong. Because through Ace and Regina, we kind of see that I guess they're looking for a place to call their own, and to understand why there's different kinds of love, I guess, out there. So it's kind of funny. And yeah, I just thought it was really interesting. Like I said, not the best PreCure, but definitely entertaining. It had its moments. And that's pretty much all I have to say of that one. I mean, it was kind of cut and paste of most of the shows and most of PreCure in the past. So, I mean, if you want to check it out, you can check this out easily. I mean, they're not connected by seasonal stuff, so they're kind of all standalone. So you can basically start anywhere you want. So, but yeah, this was a pretty good one. It's interesting stuff that happened, and yeah, so. Look forward to talking about the next PreCure that comes out, which has already been released, and I'll probably get a video out with that very soon. So, take care and